loves Legos. Bricks and toys.
Alright, toy fans. So, hey, we've got another Snap and Switch set. So I was able to get a bunch of Snap and Switch sets a while back. And so when I can, we go to Five Below, because these are predominantly Five Below. Sometimes you can find them at Ollie's. But for the most part, Five Below is where I get them. And I have been after this particular SpongeBob set forever. This one, of course, has Patrick in it. I really like Patrick. But this is the Patty Wagon. And I could not find him ever. And finally, I found one on the shelf. And I picked it up immediately. And I told my wife, I was like, I'm going to have to get it. Because this has been one of those I really wanted to build. Now, I've already got the stuff out. We got, of course, Patrick here, compatible with leading brands, SpongeBob SquarePants, Snap and Switch, 122 pieces. It's going to be a quick build. You get this teeny tiny picture of the Patty Wagon up there. That's a little odd, but you don't need a license to drive a sandwich. With a sesame seed finish, still belted pickles, and a grilled leather interior, the Patty Wagon is a perfect vehicle for any journey, including ones to Shell City. So, yeah, this is going to be kind of fun. So I've got other SpongeBob builds. I just haven't, gotten to them all yet. But we're going to put together our Patty Wagon. And as a matter of fact, just for good measure, let's go with our ocean blue right here. And we're going to put this together. Like I said, this is going to be probably a very quick one. We'll go ahead. Let's open up Patrick. We'll put Patrick together. Now, the Snap and Switch figures for the SpongeBob stuff, they're a little odd. They're not what you think of as, like, standard minifigs. Now, there is, I got a whole set of Ninja Turtles, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the Snap and Switch stuff. And they look more like minifigs, what you think of as, like, what do you call it? Like a Lego style minifigs. So those, when we build those, we'll have something that's a little more familiar. But the Snap and Switch minifigs, they're like the SpongeBob ones. They're a little weird. They've got this kind of ball jointing arm. Their legs are just the studded areas here. There's no articulation in the legs. There is articulation in the hands, but everything is super stiff. Super stiff. Really hard to maneuver. This one feels very stiff. But I'm not going to let it get me down. I still want it. Then we got Patrick's head here. And then he has an extra little horn piece that goes on top. Boom. And that's Patrick's star. So that's what he looks like. Kind of silly looking, but I like him. He's got head articulation, he's got ball jointed arms, and then little movable hands. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right, so we got an extra hand. They always give us like an extra hand, which is okay. Now, there's nothing indicating what bag does what, so we're just going to go ahead, open everything up. We'll open them, both bags up. And we could probably have everything in this one sort of tray here. I don't think we need two different trays. Now, if you remember back when we made the SpongeBob, I think it was the Flying Dutchman or the Goo Lagoon. I'll put one of them up there for you. Whichever one I choose at the time, so that way you can see that there are others. We have built some of these before, and they're pretty good. They're small. They seem very childish, but that's okay. That is absolutely okay. We in this case, with what we're getting, this is really meant for kids. Only $6, 122 pieces, not bad. And it's a licensed product. It's a SpongeBob product. I don't think Lego would be able to do this for the cost. They seem to kind of go all out. Now I want to say that they're getting the license for SpongeBob. I know they're also getting the license for TMNT, which is why I grabbed them while I could. But my question is, if they're getting the license to this stuff, and they're getting the license to SpongeBob, and they're going to be, making those sets, does that mean that Snap and Switch will no longer make the sets? And that's kind of one of those where it's like, well, I don't know how that's going to work, right? So keep an eye out on things. But I believe I've got almost all the SpongeBob sets, except for, I think I'm missing I'm missing his Pineapple Under the Sea. And what else am I missing? I think it might just be the Pineapple Under the Sea, and I think I might have everything else. Or no, maybe I don't have, I think it might be, maybe it's a Chum Bucket that I'm missing. The Pineapple Under the Sea and maybe the Chum Bucket. There's no cross-sell art on these, so it's really hard to tell, like, what is what. So 1, 2, we'll grab all these green items here. So thankfully they have a top-down section so you can see kind of where everything's at for our Krabby Patty Wagon. Now this one they showed how it was put together. This one not so much, but that's okay. We'll kind of figure it out as we go. 1 and 2, and there is a little bit of crossover on these. So you've got some areas that are what do you call it, where they are slightly set one over the other, and that's to help provide oh my goodness, I talk about it all the time and now it's like I'm drawing a blank. Oh my goodness, where it is, I can't think of it. Anyways, the idea is that it's staggered, that's what it is. Some of this is staggered, and that's to help, that's to help with the strength of it. Now this whole thing looks like it's going to be empty, so we've got this going here, and I see we're putting some yellow studs on the bottom. 1, 2, 3. We should have 1 more. And there's a distinction between those yellows. There's a darker yellow, and then there's these brighter yellows. Darker yellow is what we're using for the cheese. Well, no, we got the cheese there. That's for the bun. So, kind of weird that we're putting studs on it, but I think that is to keep that from shifting around. And that's supposed to sit just like that. And now 5, 6 right here. We need 1, 2 of these, 1, 2 of these, right? Looks like one that goes the opposite direction. Nope. Boom, boom. This one right here. So that's just one of those. We need a 2x4. This really interesting. There's a 1, 2 of these 1x2s. Looks like we have a clear bracket, or maybe that's a silver bracket. 2 silver brackets. 1, 2 of these red translucent tiles. And then this one is the opposite. Okay, so the way it was looking, it looks like it was slanted, but it's not slanted. It's actually just curved, but at the angle, it's hard to tell what it was. So, here's what we got. We are going to be putting this. It's going to go here, and we're putting our light on there. So I'm guessing this is the light for the back. That's supposed to fit onto there. And then we'll do the same thing here. Boom, boom. Goes on this end. That should be fitting right in there. And then 1, and 2, then 1 and 2, and then this one will go all the way up to there. And that's going to get our top button portion right there. That is pretty cool. Now, we need 1, 2 more of these, 1, 2 of the 1x2 bricks, a 1x3, 1 more, or a steering wheel, or column with the steering wheel. And that's going to go right here. We're going 1, 2. This is going to go right in the center. Am I correct? Looks like it. I'm going to go back because I feel like I'm missing something. So, looking at this real quick. That's lined up. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all lined up there. Interestingly enough, this looks like it's supposed to go and be only 3 back. Same here, but that would put it off on the end there. So this is kind of odd because this doesn't seem to fit correctly. So what I'm going to do is this. This is where our little booklet can kind of get weird. I'm going to scoot ahead one. And I think that should fit technically here. But that's not 3 studs forward. Okay. I'm missing something, and that's where, okay, so this is where the snap and switch stuff can get kind of confusing. We've put this in, and we know where all that falls. This is correct. This is correct. These are correct. This does not line up. So let's, the way that they have it for the book, if that's the line up there, this should line up back here, and it doesn't. That should be like this. And then this should be here, 1 and 2. We're going to go with it like this. Now, it's weird because that's not exact. And there seems to be... Oh! I get it now. I get it. Okay. This turns around. That's what we're missing. Okay, so this turns around. This goes here. 1, 2. They got one little arrow right there that is just so hard to see. That basically says you got to turn it around. This is where we should be. We got to be careful and watch for those arrows. Those arrows are, the turnaround arrows are hard. And when you've got a lot going on with your booklet, it does not help. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It doesn't help if you miss the fact that there's a thing telling you to turn it around. That's where some of the complications can come in. Now, do I still think it's a pretty cool build so far? Yeah, it's been pretty solid. I am really hoping that the wheels turn. I'm guessing that they will, but I'm just kind of watching because I'm like, huh. It seems like maybe they wouldn't, but not quite there yet. Okay. Now we're building all this up using plates and adding our plates here and over here. And that's going to be the back light portion. That looks pretty cool. And here's the front. Pressing everything down. And now we need one 1x6, two L plates, a brown 1x2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 of these little curved 1x1 bricks. And let's take a look. So one goes here, 1 and 2. Ooh. Oh, that popped out over there. Let's push that back down. There we go. This will go right back here. And this should go here. And then we're stacking these up top to be almost like little seats. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. We're over here at 10, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these. 1, 2, 3 of these, and 1 1x1. Okay. Let's take a look. So we've got 1 and 2, and then 2 corner pieces. So 1 and 2, and then we're going 2 back, 1 and 2, and then we have another corner piece. It's right back there. And then on the back, this is where it changes a little bit. It's going to be offset just a little bit. So that goes there. Then we have our 1x1. And then we've got our 1x2 sloped plate or sloped tile. Another corner. And then 2 more of these pieces here. And I know we're supposed to have stickers there. I mean, should we go ahead? Yeah, let's go ahead and put the stickers on. Got my brick separator right here. And judging by this, we've got, let's see. This looks like one of our sesame seed pieces. So we'll go ahead and pull sesame seed piece out. That's going to go right here on there. See if I can fit it this way and line it up on the back over here, right? So we're going to place that here, roll that down. There we go. So we got some sesame seeds on there, and it is not beholden to that side. It doesn't go over multiple bricks. Now, it won't be like that for all of them, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's not going to be like that for all of them. So the second part of this will go this one. And it looks like this one will go right back here on this. So let's go ahead and place that one. We'll press that all the way down. So that should get us our sesame seeds there. And then we got these 2 long ones. Now these long ones break my rule because they go over multiple bricks. Hello there. I don't know why you're over there with me. Okay, so we've got 1. And we're going to push and press that down. Now, much like the umbrella from the lagoon piece, the Goo Lagoon, that went over multiple pieces. I'm actually going to take this because I do not like them going over multiple pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that, cut this one, and I'm going to cut this one. Now, I do get a little bit of that flexing on the sticker here, which is a little unnerving. And there's not really any way to fix that. but I do, whenever I get a chance, I'm going to cut the sticker over multiple areas because I really don't want them staying like that. Okay, and then looks like we've got, you know what, I'm going to come over here, trim the end of that sticker off. There you go. There you go. We'll see how that works for us, right? And then we've got one on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and take it to, run my finger over the top of that, try to push all that down. Same with this over here. Okay. We got one more. Let's pull, there we go. So now it's another thing, sesame seed buns. So sesame seeds on our bricks. I'm trying to line that up. Set that on the top. Now this one I'm going to push. So instead of pushing all the way down, pull this up just a little bit. Push across. Across, and now we'll go down. All right, and again, don't like stickers going across multiple things, so we're just gonna trim that, trim that one, trim this one, and then there we go. Press all that down. See if we can get that all straightened out. Yeah, the only thing is these stickers, because they are flat, they do not turn very well when it comes to putting them onto these areas. And it almost feels like it should have just been kind of zigzag sort of run. You just put it on, but this has a little bit, and you can see it kind of there where it's like it'll pull up, and it's almost like the best thing to do might even just be to cut it and then figure out how to get that off. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's kind of that's a weird one. That's very much a weird one. Yeah. Okay. And this will just press in. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Yeah, I might end up cutting that out or fixing that, because I don't like that part. Kind of irks me just a little bit. But it's better to take care of it now than to try to do it after we get everything on, in my opinion, because you get it settled now and you don't have to worry about it again. Maybe that should have just been individuals. I don't know. Just my train of thought. Alright, so we got a 1x4 modified 1, 2, 3, 4 of these plates with an underhang of a Technic pinhole. 1, 2 of these, and 2 of these transparent blues. Looks like we're going transparent blue, or blue to plate to transparent blues in there, almost for like headlights. We've got this, and this gets a sticker. So we'll go ahead and place our sticker, which is to go. That's pretty cool. How's that? That's going to go upright. So let's go ahead and place that one. To go. There you go. It's cute. Okay, so this should, there it is. That should fit right onto here. These should go right on the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is supposed to go right into here. There we go. Pretty cool. And then we get our propeller piece in the back. So we got this, 2 of these, one of these sockets right here that goes pop right into there. This is supposed to fit right onto here. So we got ourselves a propeller. Now it doesn't spin quite like I thought that it would. It's kind of stiff, but you know, what can I do? So we're gonna pop that there, turn it up a little bit, and these are to fit onto here. So let's redo that here and here. These are going right on the sides. I had them in the wrong spot. And then we've got 1 and 2 for the undercarriage. Okay. Now, down to our last little bits and bobs. So we're making the wheels. Each one is going to be a Technic pin with plate or a Technic pin with stud with a 1x2. It's a 2x2 round tile, jumper tile with hole. So we're making 4 of those. 1, 2, should go here, and then 3, and looks like 1 more, and 4. Boom, boom, boom. And these olives are going to serve as the wheels. So kind of cute. Now, I wouldn't expect this to roll really, really well because I can already tell you it's not. I mean, it'll kind of roll. Yeah, it kind of rolls, but it's not the most, it's not like the greatest rolling thing in the world. Alright, so we've got our window. It's going to be going up here. Another reason why you want to take care of your stickers beforehand. Because like that window covers a lot of that area. Put Patrick in there. He's driving the Patty Wagon. And then our last little bit of this right here. And we only have 1 more sticker. So let's go ahead. We're going to put this into here. I'm going to put this onto here. And I'm going to take his extra hand. I'm going to stick it right into there. Right now. And let's go ahead and get our last sticker. Now this has an orientation on it, so we know that this is set to go onto this part of the flag. Into the side. That goes there. KK for Krusty Krab, and not KK Slider, which is a completely different brand, not a brand, but a completely different IP. I'm just gonna kind of toss this into there, I guess, or I'll put at the base of this, right over here. There we go. And there you go. That's the Patty Wagon. Pretty cool. I mean, it fits in my palm of my hand. I mean, it's about the size. If I was to take this and compare it to the Fortnite Durr Burger, the Fortnite Durr Burger is a lot bigger, but yeah, that's cute. And I love my burgers, so for me, like having all this, I'm like, yeah, look at that, pretty cool. And it does have the movable wheels. You've got a propeller on the back, but it doesn't really turn, but you can pose it. It's got some really nice colors. Really cool looking vehicle. Not bad. For $6, man, you can't go wrong with this. This is pretty solid. So listen, that's all I got to say about this one. I'm going to review this for a while, like kind of look over it, play with it, see what I like, see what I don't, and I'll come back to you and let you know. But for the time being, you can pick this up at Five Below. It's like $6, man. Not too bad. Not too bad. Anytime I'm able to get it, if I can find it on Amazon, put it in the shop, I will. I don't think I will, but if you want to help out the channel, definitely go get something out of the Amazon shop or from Lumabricks, right? I've got both the affiliate links down there. Linktree, go check it out. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, be alerted anything comes from me to you. Like this video, helps YouTube know what you like, what I'm making, and comment down below. Listen, what part of this do you like? What part do you not like? What do you think about their minifigs? Do you have this set? Do you have any opinions on it? That sort of stuff. Let me know. I love chatting with you all. I really do. So, definitely hit me up down there in the comments and check out the shop. Share this with your friends. I'm trying to build the channel, so I definitely am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So make sure you share this out with the people that you think will like it, okay? Hey, thank you so much for showing up today. I really do appreciate it. Hey, I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build, and happy brick hunting.